Welcome to PC Wits Kids Tech Talk. Today we're looking at the Sunbeamtech AirBox USB 3.0 hard drive enclosure. This 3.5-inch hard drive enclosure is actually quite small. Here are the dimensions for it. But basically it supports every type of operating system. So your Windows XP, your Vista, your Windows 7, Linux, Mac, you name it. But the main thing about this drive is that it supports USB 3.0. Okay, that's its main feature. Now, it also has some additional features on it, which are quite interesting. Now, looking at the back here, you can see the on-off switch, you can see the power connector, the USB 3.0, and also a switch for the fan, the blue LED fan that it comes with, which is quite nice to keep it extra cool. Now, looking at the drive itself, I mean, it takes the air in from the side where the fan is, and it spits it out the back. Okay, there's some ventilation there happening. To open it up, you just take out the two screws, and you'll obviously see the LED fan there. And then if you flip it up on the other side, that's where the hard drive goes. Okay, so install up to a 2 terabyte hard drive in here, no problems. I'm installing a 1 terabyte drive, which I have a whole bunch of videos on, and we're going to do some tests with that in here. So quite easy to install compared to other hard drive enclosures that I've used, so I really like that. And the blue LED is a nice touch. So included in the box, obviously, you have the power adapter, the USB 3.0 cable, which you need, and a screwdriver with some screws there so you can attach the hard drive. Now, here's my test system, which is latest and greatest that I have here, my AMD system, to test out the USB 3.0. Now, keep in mind that in order to use a 3.0 device, you need a motherboard that supports USB 3.0 also, and you need the USB cable that supports 3.0. Now, first things first, do you have the drivers installed in Windows? If you don't have the USB 3.0 drivers installed, then it will not work. So make sure you have that installed. Then once it's detected properly, then you'll see JMicron USB device. That's how you know that it's detected it properly, and you'll be able to utilize the full potential of this drive. Now, looking at the benchmarks here, you can see that they're outstanding. So the D drive here is the USB drive. My C drive is my other main drive. And here are the crystal disk benchmarks that I've got here, which are pretty impressive, and also the HD Tune Pro benchmarks. You can see that the temperature is only about 30 degrees Celsius. Of course, my room temperature is only about 20 degrees Celsius. I keep it quite cool now in the summer with the air conditioning on. But the bottom line is, look at the speeds, the burst speed here, 161.1 megabytes per second. Awesome. When we talk about USB 3.0, we're thinking about 10 times faster than USB 2.0. Well, it's not really 10 times faster, but the burst speed on a USB 2.0 device, okay, so a USB 2.0 hard drive enclosure, would be around 30 megs per second. Okay, so this one's way faster than 30 megs per second, and I could notice it even on copying files. Here with Disk Benchmark, I'll do a quick test on copying a 260 meg file. It took about 3 seconds to copy that from my C to my D. Okay, and here's some more tests. Creating a file only on the external hard drive enclosure, 48 meg file, took about a second to create, and you can see there the transfer rate. So really, really fast performance you're getting on USB 3.0 for sure. It is worth it. I did notice the difference. Reading a file from the drive as well, very fast, as you can see there for a 260 meg file. Really, really fast speeds. And I ran the Software Sandra here benchmarks on this and compared this drive running at USB 3.0 against other drives running at USB 2.0 and also FireWire. And you can see here what I'm comparing it against, okay? And basically, this drive came out on top big time by a mile, okay? 839.8 it scored there on that. That's the device score compared to those other USB 2.0 and FireWire devices. Hands down, it beats it. Now, I also disconnected the drive from the USB 3.0 and plugged it into a USB 2.0. And that's really what you want to see is how much faster is it than USB 2.0? Is it still fast enough? Well, here are the results in SI Sandra for USB 2.0 for this same drive. So I took out the cable, plugged it in. It still beat all of those drives just by a little bit there. But you can see that the score is now less. Okay, it's not as high as USB 3.0. Definitely much faster. I noticed it, for example, you know when you plug in your hard drive and if it's got video files, how it will show the thumbnails of all your video files? Those thumbnails loaded really, really quick It got the frame, and you could see the thumbnail of each video really fast in Windows Explorer. So you could tell the difference just by looking at the stuff. Loading, transferring, definitely recommended. Definitely need to get this. If you have a motherboard that supports USB 3.0, don't let it go to waste. It's definitely time to use it. So I'd like to thank Sunbeamtech for providing it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.